Uh,
All right, we're recording now. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Smokes. Welcome back to Smokes World. Give me the dap. Boom, man. We back at it, man. Today we got a battle rap veteran in the building, man. He's from the grind time era, man. That's right. I said the grind time era. It's been a minute since we've mentioned grind time, right? But yeah, man, he's from the times when they had 90-second rounds, when they had 3 rounds of pure substance, back when rap battles were still being judged, man. He's known to be very lyrical. He's known to get under opponent's skin, man. You know, he can be that annoying battle rapper, not to the fans, because we loved it, but he can be annoying to his opponents, man. And we love to see that shit. And he also has a book coming out, guys. It's none other than Illusion Z in the motherfucking building.
hey, what's good, man? Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. How you doing, my G?
I'm good, man. Yeah, I just it's we got the mic situation worked out, so I'm happy.
Bro,
You know what I mean?
I was cussing like a fucking sailor over here. I was like, God dang it, not today, please, not today.
Yeah, you can't rely on technology all the time. You know what I mean? But
You can, bro. Sometimes,
yeah,
sometimes being in person with somebody with a good old fashioned camera is just the best way.
exactly.
But in this day and age with Corona and everything, doing it like this is the norm now. You know what I mean? So
I know. Yeah, everyone's doing this now, so
we had to rely on freaking Wi-Fi and shit.
exactly.
But so let's start with the book, bro. That's what I want to start with. Like, I
Oh yeah,
actually,
let me
I
find it.
actually, I ordered it.
See
I
right
just,
there.
oh man, bro,
Yeah.
Machetes for Cupid.
Yes, sir.
So what is it like? Like, what's it about? By the way,
So
people. By the way, people, hold on, just for the people to know. People are probably wondering, like, why don't you got it? Why don't you have it ready yet? Because I just barely ordered it 2 days ago, but I am gonna read it and I'm gonna talk about it again. All right, on my show. So, what's the book? What's the book about?
so basically, like, what I did was I wrote a bunch of rhymes. Like, I was kind of I mean, I guess some of them were kind of after the Tantrum battle, which my last battle was actually 10 years ago. Crazy to think about it, but it was against Tantrum 10 years ago. You saw that, I'm assuming.
Yeah, of course. But didn't you have like some like that addiction battle with randoms recently?
Oh, you saw that. All right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, well, this what happened was I wrote. I mean, I didn't write too many, but I think like a few years ago I started like writing again. But I was thinking about battling again, but I didn't know who to battle, right?
Mm.
So I just started like just writing whatever, you know what I mean? And then what ended up happening was I would just like think of a topic, and that's why like some of these I did like some of them are kind of corny, like like I did like one called Willy Wonka, where I just was like I was just trying to get my pen moving again, you know what I mean? So I
Mm.
pick like a topic and try to write like 40 lines. Everything I write is like 40 lines, like because the my third verse against Tantrum was 2 minutes, and I looked at it and it was like 40 lines. So I try to keep in that like a 2 minute whatever. So
Mm.
but anyway, okay. So I just wrote a bunch of stuff, and then I took the verses about love and was like, why don't I put them in like a love book? And then so it's like 15 verses, 40 lines each that kind of tie to love. So I have like so yeah, this is the cover, and I have yeah. So like my best friend is about my kids. Then I have one called like Parasite, which is about a couple who like they shoot heroin together. Well, actually, like it's from the perspective of the dude who's with the lady, and she's shooting heroin, and then he starts shooting heroin too. And I kind of talk about how they spiral downward together. And then like I have two called Black Mamba, which is about uh, like a hitman and his wife, and she snitches on him in both of them, so he wants to kill her at the end. It's kind of tight, but
So,
everything is like
it's like short stories.
yeah, but I mean, bro, it's like all multisyllabic rhyming. Like it's just like stories with
What?
like metaphors. Like it's exactly like I would structure a battle verse. But for me to impress you guys, like I had to really try. Like this isn't just some like this is like well structured like writing. Like this is probably my best
Is
writing ever.
is this like your? Is this like the writing in your third round against Tantrum? That
It
type of
blows that
level.
out of the water, bro. Like I'm
Oh
telling you.
my god, bro.
Yeah, I think so, but not everybody. But here's what I like about it too is I've been selling it. In the last month, I've sold like maybe 250, right? Just like hand to hand.
What?
Yeah, I haven't even released it yet. That's what's crazy. But I mean, a lot of it was like battle fans and like friends, right? So
Mm,
I'm not like selling it like crazy, but 250 for before I release it is not bad. So
that's great. That's good.
but a lot of them don't know battle rap. So like somebody like you is gonna respect the schemes and that kind of thing. Where
Yeah.
like normal, like not a normal, I don't want to say normal people, but people who don't understand the writing will still respect it because it's a good story. So that's the struggle of it. Is like
Mm.
I have to write like these schemes and also like make the story complete.
To the untrained ear, you know what I mean? You still gotta pull them
Yeah,
in.
but then again, I don't think a lot of battlers could do this easily either because like a lot of battle rap nowadays, you could do like punch, punch, but like you could do just line, 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 right?
Hmm.
Or they'll have like a setup punch kind of thing. Like I don't, I kind of lost interest in the whole setup and like how do I explain it? Like I want everything to make sense and be a story and have a reason to be there. Like it was hard for me to write it, you know, because I wanted it. I also wanted every story to kind of make sense and flow to the end of it. Because the end of the book, well, I have letter to my younger self and letter to my older self, and I mean I could read some to you, but like I don't have them all memorized yet. I have some memorized, but it's good, man. Like I'm happy with it, and I'm not really happy with a lot of my battle stuff, but a lot of I mean I'm happy with some of my battle stuff, but a lot of it I'm like, man, like you know I wasn't prepared or I was too drunk or whatever, you know, and I had a pill problem too, and so
Hmm.
now I'm just more like focused, you know what I mean? So I'll perform these a cappella. I just don't know how yet.
Oh man, you should do it in parts, man. That'd be crazy as fuck, dude. With some dope editing, that'll come out good.
I was thinking of, yeah, but I mean, I kind of want to do it with other people. So they have verses too, like the random thing.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. That's crazy,
Yeah.
bro.
And his stuff blew me away because I think he delivered it really well. And we write differently, but I think our first one went over, I think, better than the other ones. Because I
Mm.
think on the rooftop one, I don't know if you saw that one, but my audio was a little off, and like
Mm.
my delivery was off too because I had done a bunch of verses before that haven't been released yet either. So that's gonna come out and
Wow.
ruin your day too.
Oh
Yeah,
man, ruin your day. Hey, he's really fucking with you, huh? The guy from Ruin Your Day. Oh,
avocado. Yeah,
avocado. I did not forget his name. I just fucked up.
I wouldn't say I wouldn't say he's like fucking with it that hard, but I'm saying he's like allowing me to do it, and like but it also takes some time. People don't realize like Avo doing this takes a lot of time. Like it's not just like he just pumps it out. Like for him to make it good, like it's not easy. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So I know he puts time into it, and like
Yeah.
I'm not. He's not really getting paid for it because
Mm.
I'm not paying him to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he's
That's
not
what's
paying
crazy.
me. So
That's what's crazy that he's giving you his platform for this. You know what I mean?
yeah, but these won't be on Ruin Your Day. I'm gonna figure something else out. But
Mm.
uh, I don't know, bro. Like the feedback I've been getting is good, so I'm gonna keep
Yeah.
going. I think, and I honestly think my next book will be even better than this. You know?
Man, I hope so, man. Hey, you want to hear a crazy story?
Yeah,
Fucking
yeah.
random. He actually battle rap. I used to have a battle rap league called Battle Tactics, and well, actually, I took over it. Some guy ran it, and then I took over it, and it just died. You know what I mean? But random, he battled for us, and but
Against who?
against actually his opponent didn't show up.
Wow.
Was it? No. His opponent did show up. My bad. His opponent did show up, but we lost the footage got fucked up. The guy that I hired to record the battle, he fucking erased the footage on accident or something. It was it was horrible, bro. It was a horrible fucking event. It was that's what I mean. After that, I threw a couple more events, battle rap events, and it just the scene died around here, West Texas. But random, he battled and he fucking he had a interview with somebody on a podcast, and he was talking shit about it.
About the event?
Yeah, he's like, man, it was like,
Yeah.
and I mean, I ain't gonna lie, he was kind of right. The event was kind of, I ain't gonna lie, I fucked up the event, but he was like talking trash about our area and shit. You know, ways like West Texas is a desert, nothing to do out there. I was like, you didn't have to say all that. You know what I mean? But
I
it's all
mean, yeah, man. I don't know. I won't speak on him, but I just like,
you know.
he's cool. Like, I mean, he's real talented, and I love working with him, and he's cool. You know what I mean? I just,
Yeah, he's cool.
I don't know.
So let's start with this, man. Why the name? Why the name Illusion Z?
Man, we're talking like I won't even tell you the rap names I thought of like in middle school. Like I was like, oh, I'm gonna be called myself this, and it was just man. Okay, so like I think I was looking through the dictionary and I was trying to find a word, and I think I picked because my last name is Zurita, Zurita, So I was like, I know I want to end it with a Z, but I saw illusion, and I kind of always felt like, I mean, I always kind of felt like when people saw me, like like it's not what I really am. You know what I mean? Like so, and I felt like what they see of me and how they people judge me is not how I am. You know what I mean? So that's why I
Mm,
thought like illusion, like like,
mm,
and I was into magic or whatever, and it just kind of stuck. You know what I mean? I mean, as a little kid, I was like really into magic and shit. So I thought illusion Z, that makes sense. Plus, it sounded
mm.
original, and like I thought I knew people would just call me like illusion or ill or something, and I thought it'd be a good. It just kind of stuck, man. And then I think I went to high school, and my first little or you want me to tell you this, or you want to ask another
No,
question?
no, no, no. Tell me to go ahead, go ahead.
Okay, so I was in high school because I went to high school in Manteca, California, because where I lived in Stockton, I busted to Manteca. Like the neighborhood I was in Stockton, we went to school in at this school in Manteca, which is very close to Stockton, and uh, yeah, like I guess these people were battling one day, and like there's this one dude there that I didn't like. Like I didn't, me and this fool, he would like talk shit to me, and like I hated this fool, right? Like he just thought he was like this big rapper, right? And I just didn't like his. I didn't think. I mean, none of us were good back then, but I was like, man, he sucks. I could beat him, And so, and I was like a single syllable rapper. I was not a good rapper, bro. I remember I saw him in the courtyard one time, and he was rapping, and I just went up. I was hella nervous, bro. I went up to him and just like tried to kick in a verse, and then he was like, man, fuck this fool, get you. And then he got his homie who was like, he was like this white dude, and he's like, man, fuck him up, right? And I beat him in this battle like in front of everybody. And I like no, and this dude he was cool, but like I just fucked him up like hella bad in front of like a bunch of people, right? And
Oh man.
this is back when I wasn't even like crazy, But yeah, I
What
think
was
then
that? Was that your first battle?
yeah, yeah. Well, I mean that was my first time even kicking rhymes in public.
Wow.
So I think I was in 10th grade, and
Mm,
because this fool just like to talk shit, and like that's what I loved about battle rap is like you could be like you could be this and that, or you could be a good fighter or whatever, but like and I was never gonna be a fighter like I'm not like gonna be a boxer or some shit like that, or I knew I wasn't gonna be a gangbanger. My brother was in a gang and all that, and I was like surrounded by gang members growing up. I mean, when my brother started gangbanging, I knew it wasn't for me, and you know what I mean. But
mm.
then like hip hop for me for some reason like always drew me in. Like I remember listening to I got real drawn to a lot of the East Coast like '90s stuff
Me too. Me too.
I mean we're
Nas,
talking like
Nas is one of your favorites.
yeah, I mean, old school Nas, like, but I mean, Stillmatic really spoke to me.
Mm,
In middle school, I remember Stillmatic dropped, and Jay Z was cool, but I don't think I really got that into Jay Z until I went back and like heard Reasonable Doubt, and um,
reasonable doubt.
and like in my lifetime and his earlier shit. Then I was like, man, this guy's like crazy, um, like obviously Eminem was a big influence, but
Of
I
course.
was into like OC, Pharoah Monch, like old
Mm.
school type of rapper. I mean, and I like
Big L.
Razzcast. Yeah, I mean, Big L didn't, but also Big L's catalog wasn't. You know what I mean? Like he died
Yeah.
so young too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think he had like the same thing with Biggie. Like we don't know where they would have gone if they kept on. You know what I mean?
Exactly, bro.
But,
Yeah.
like Big L could have been the biggest thing ever if he hadn't died. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
Always.
yeah, I was drawn to Big L for the like he had like that punchline style that I think I really liked, but he didn't draw me in as much as like a Nas or like a Pharoah Monch or a you know what I mean? I'm not
Mm.
gonna lie, man. Even like old school cannabis, like I was into that. Because I like cannabis as like word choice. I thought he was real original.
Oh man, cannabis was a great man. Then that was crazy when that shit hurt my heart when what happened with disaster in that battle, dude. What the? I got 60
I
pages of
mean
lines in this
that.
motherfucker.
I mean that I saw an interview with Jin where like Jin was talking about that, and I kind of agree with him in the sense that like that wasn't really him. Like he's not really a battler. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And he just wasn't. I think he just maybe he did it for the money and just got kind of like lured into it, like the allure of it. Like, oh, I'm gonna battle this big dude, but bro, honestly, disaster is like I was at those like I was at the disaster versus the Saurus battle in Mosswood Park in Oakland. I remember that one, and like he's from when from how he was rapping then to now, like you could just see he was living and breathing it. Like that's all he was doing is battle rapping. Like he got to a point where like he was just so much better than he even was. You know what I mean?
And you know what's crazy about Disaster? Like he loves hip hop, battle rap so much, bro, that like I was watching him react to your battle with with Tantrum. Have you seen that on Ruin Your Day?
I did.
And like no matter how big it gets, he still does not remember. He still does not forget. You know, like all the people who haven't blown up like he has. You know what I mean? He still doesn't forget all the badass battles, like all the history of it. He does not forget it. He still loves it. He gave you a lot of props, man. That's crazy.
No, but and Disaster actually like yeah, I had a lot of good talks with him, man. Like, I mean, he actually set up a battle I did back in Oakland once. Like, I think it was like Tricky P or someone like that, and I was like, it was right before I went to rehab. And I mean, yeah, he's a cool guy, man. Like, people don't know Disaster's actually like a solid guy, man. Like, he's a nice guy if you talk to him. Like, he's just very like passionate and he has a lot of passion for what he does. It's
Mm,
just I know I'm different because I like the dude that wants to like especially where I'm at now, bro. Like I'm not like a screamer. Like I don't want to get up in front of a bunch of people and scream in people's faces no more.
mhm.
That's just it's just not like I just want to be the best lyricist.
So that's
And
crazy. I was gonna ask this question later on, but since we're talking about it already, so do you think it's because you're sober now that you're not so aggressive, that you don't want to be aggressive anymore? Because you used to be fucking aggressive, man. Like the battle with unorthodox phrases, you know what I mean? The battle with Tricky P, like you're like very aggressive and very like you made motherfuckers mad, bro.
yeah, I think I'm just in a different headspace, bro. Like I mean, I'm not saying I couldn't do that, but I also feel like I gotta move forward. Like I'm not, I know because a lot of people will see moments that I like. And it's not just me; it's other battlers, like or anyone who does anything in hip hop. Like like Nas is a good example where like Illmatic drops, and if you watch interviews about Nas, they're always like, oh, why didn't he make another Illmatic? But I understand that maybe the Nas mentality because he's like, I already made Illmatic. Why would I make it again? You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
Like I'm gonna do something else, and like I wouldn't want to go down a path where I'm trying to like recycle my third round against Tantrum over and over again, or like try to recycle like what I did against Phrases, or like even Dumbfounded, or like Lyra Flip, or any of those. Like I feel like I did what I needed to do, and now it's time to go to a different direction. And I mean,
mm,
it's tough because but here's the other thing, like I'm not in it. Like I could easily, not easily, but let's like right now I could probably book a battle and like just but I would just be doing it for attention, bro. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be doing it for the craft of like what I want to do.
mm.
Because I feel like a 3 round battle, I would just like waste my first 2 rounds just to kind of spit some like I don't know, some like deep third round that that but I mean I don't know. It'd have to be the right person, bro. And even so, like I just don't really see me topping the Tantrum one. I think I like really did what I had to do. I'm like, and I remember when that battle was done. I'm like, if people hate on me for that, like they're just haters. Like that shit was a classic. Like I don't care what anybody says.
Oh
Like
man.
I had some rocky. Like I had like there's battles I'm not proud of and I wasn't prepped for. That shit right there was like, I was like, that's my stamp. Like if you like don't like me and like if you walk away from that and don't like me or Tantrum, like you're never gonna like us. You know what I mean?
Exactly. A good example is when you battled Paul Rich, when you got deep in that about sobriety, and what was in the second or third round, and they started
Yeah.
booing you. They started booing and shit. Well, they didn't boo,
I
but they didn't. Well, they had like a bad reaction or something like that because they didn't want to hear you talk about sober shit or something like that.
I went there. Well, when I went there, like that was the one place where the crowd wasn't with me. But then when I finished that battle and I went upstairs and like we're talking like I have more memories from that event from behind the scenes than the actual battle because I remember being upstairs and I had a real good talk with Pumpkinhead, rest in peace. I was talking to
Rest in
him and
peace.
I was kicking him, yeah, I was kicking him my verses and he was like, "Man, like this could actually, if you rap like this, it could go a different direction because a lot of people aren't going to be able to copy it, especially if you're going like personal." And I mean, now it's like a lot of people do the personal third round. Like Geechee Gotti is one of my favorite battlers. I think he pulls off his verses really well. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, Get Your God is a fucking beast, man. He's had a shitload of success in his past couple years.
I know, like dude, it's funny. I actually hit him up. Like, do you remember him and Saint when they battled?
I know that they battled, but I haven't seen it.
But yeah, Geechee Gotti battled Saint, and as soon as I saw that, like I wasn't watching battles, man. I was like, man, I'm just not that into it. And I watched that, and I was like, these two guys need spotlight on them. Like they have to make it. And like here I am, like trying to message Geechee Gotti. It was before he got bigger, you know. But
Fucking
I was
bigger.
hitting him up on Facebook, like, yo, man, like. Then he said he'd seen me in Tantrum or whatever, and like, uh, I was just worried that they. I mean, it's funny. I was worried, but I was like, man, what if they don't get like the shine they deserve? Like they need to get booked matches,
Mm,
and they both ended up doing that. So like, you know, it just naturally happened. So I'm just happy to see that, to see people that talented get get the shine. Because Saint too was fucking crazy, bro. Like I watched Saint, and I'm like, this guy is one of the best with the punchline style. I mean, but I don't want to say just punchline style because he can come with a mixed bag and like still deliver it. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
Geechee Gotti is just, I don't know, man. He's just crazy too. So
Hell yeah. Hey, what do you have like a crazy behind the scenes story, man? Like of battle rap, like the early times, like in the grind time era, man.
fucking
What was some
that I
crazy
don't.
shit?
The 90M battle was bad. It was really bad. I ruined the event.
Dude, what happened, man? The fight that you got by that guy Sickle or something like that?
Well,
What was his name?
yeah. He okay. What happened was, from what I remember, I beat 90M. Technically beat him. Like I mean, I think it was like kind of a tie, but you know, like that's what I don't like about the Judge era. They're like, dude, like okay. A lot of dudes, if they beat you, they get like a big head about it. Like I got you for the rest of my life, and I just never looked at it that way. I'm like, you know what I mean? Like plus in battle rap, you could have like a lot of ammo on someone and they don't have shit on you, and then like they beat you. It's like you ain't a better writer than me though. You're like, you know, I don't know, but anyway,
Yeah.
maybe that's me being. I'm not trying to be cocky, like, but um, yeah. So anyway, like at the time, I mean, I didn't realize I was an alcoholic and shit like that, but after the battle, I drank my ass off. Like I was at the bar, people were buying me drinks. I just went way too far, bro. And what ended up happening was I blacked out. Got, I guess that thing happened with Sickle. I don't even remember it. Like we were kicking it later that night though, so there was no hard. Bro, we were both just out of our mind, fucked up. I think maybe I bumped into him and like I swung and missed and he hit me. And then they're like, "Oh, you got beat up by this fool." It wasn't like that though. It was just like, you know,
Well,
like
you
some
could.
drunk shit against friends. Like that's all it was. But
Mm,
like you know, the battle rap scene will take it and be like, "You got beat up." Like
yeah,
actually,
yeah.
the true story is that happened, and then I got beat up by the bouncer. The bouncer beat me up.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so like, cause I went up to the bounce, because what happened, I think what happened was, and I'm not proud of this, by the way. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
I had a problem back then, okay, but
yeah, 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 for sure.
from what I remember, is he like body slammed me, like he grabbed me and body slammed me, so the whole room was looking. Then he throws me against the wall. He's like, "I like to fight, motherfucker," blah blah blah, and you know. Then he kicks me out. He's like, "Don't come back here ever again." Then I wound up. I think there was like a house event, and like yeah, I ended up at some house battle, and then I wound up. I don't know, man. Oh, I wound up at this chick's house, and this was bad. And like, I guess I don't know what I told her the night before, but all right, I'm gonna tell you this story because I think I don't care anymore, and it was years ago.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right, so I wake up like next to this chick, you know, so we hook up or whatever, and my hangover is so bad, bro, and like it's raining outside. It's in Portland, and I go sit on the couch, and she brings me some coffee, and she's telling me about how yeah you can move into this room, and like we're gonna be together forever, and then I'm like, you need to take me to the fucking airport. And I was like, I don't know what I said to this chick, like I don't know what the fuck I said, but I was like, all right, I'll be right back, but I need to go to the airport. So like I remember going to the airport.
God damn. So I guess the night before you're telling her that you wanted to move in.
I guess I was mumbling some like loving shit, man. I don't know, but like she was feeling
That's
it,
crazy.
and it wasn't good though. Like that was one of the worst nights of my life. Like I got, like I'm telling you, man, when I had a victory, bro, like my drinking was even worse. Like even after unorthodox phrases, my fucking drinking was like me and Mosh Jelton, like he wanted to fight me because I was talking so much shit to Mosh Jelton, bro. Like
Did you drink like before your battles?
no, well, no, that's what messed me up, bro. Because well, I think I was pilled out against Dumbfounded. I think I was on pills during that battle because when I was there, I thought I sounded like amazing. Like I was like, I'm killing it right now, and I watched the footage and I'm like, oh my god, dude, like what the fuck? Like I choked on my first line. I was like, man, like that, like, and here's what's funny, like right after that battle happens, it gets a million views, and everyone sees it, and they're like, "This fool sucks, fuck him, like, he doesn't know how to write Asian jokes, or all he does is do Asian jokes, and this," and I'm like, "Oh my god, dude, like once you do one, like that's the thing is like like back then, if you lost, like it's like the rest of your life, you're just like worse than this person."
I know, bro.
And I'm like,
Like,
fuck, man. Like, and here's the thing, like, people know what I'm capable of. Like, if I was focused and prepared, it's also not fair to my opponents that I like showed half-ass and wasn't like, But it's. I don't regret it, man. I mean, it's a learning experience, and I also sobered up from it. You know what I mean?
who was one of your toughest battles? Was it Passwords?
No, because I think later on I could have done better against him because he was just very like confident. That's an example of him being more confident than me.
Mm.
And my writing was really weird because I hadn't seen it. Nobody had seen a battle from him in 4 years, right? So like I had no idea. And I was also so new to the format. Like I'd never written a battle verse before. None of us had. Like even the Saurus hadn't, right?
That was the very beginning, huh? That's
Yeah, it was
crazy.
the first. It was the first. Like basically, Lush was like, "Y'all can write your verses now." And we're like, if he's telling us to do it, like I'm like, because like Lush was the man, bro. Like if Lush said some shit, I was like, man, I'm doing this for California, you know?
That's what's crazy because Smack DVD era, they were already doing premeditated verses and shit.
Yeah,
You know what I
but
mean?
in the West, we were real big on freestyling,
Freestyling.
right?
Yeah,
So
that's
I
what's
mean, for
crazy.
us, it was like taboo until Lush did it, and we're just like, fuck it, like let's go. And then I was writing it, and I remember like really trying against him. I'm like, what am I gonna say? What am I gonna say? And I learned from it, but he washed me just based off experience. I think I just wasn't ready yet. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? I
yeah.
think
Oh
the
yeah.
dumbfounded one was different because I had too much on my plate, and I was just too fucked up for that one. Like I wasn't ready, bro. Like you have to like I needed to be focused and ready, and with all the drinking I was doing, I was so hit or miss, bro. It was like one day I'd be good, one day I would just be whatever. So
Have you seen Passwords lately? He's been killing it, man.
no, man, I haven't really been keeping up with it because I'm more into like I don't know, man. Like I've seen so much rapping like in my life that it's hard for me to really like get gripped anymore. Like if
Mm.
someone I know this sounds whatever, but like to get my head turned, like it takes a lot for me now to especially the era I came from and like all that like to it's hard to like really get like unless I'm at the event. When I'm at an event, it's different than watching it on YouTube. Because at an event, there's like a different energy and it's more exciting, I think.
Oh yeah, yeah, most definitely and shit.
But on YouTube, and then like nowadays, dude, they're like a lot of the rapping nowadays, I think is like I don't want to say cookie cutter, but like there's little tricks they do that I'm like, I understand like the wordplay thing is it's not as hard as people think it is if you just really do it over and over again. But
Mm.
anyway, I'm not bagging on people. I'm just saying like, man, like Saint versus Geechee Gotti turned my head. That was like I was like whoa, like
Yeah, yeah.
you know what I mean? Like when that dropped, I was like whoa, and there's a few other ones I just can't remember right now. One of my favorite battles is Hollow Hand versus Cortez.
Oh, for real?
That's one of my favorite battles. Like I think it's almost a perfect battle, and like people were bagging on Hollahan, but I was like, y'all don't realize like the intricacy of his writing in that too. Like he wasn't playing around.
Hollahan was dope. Cortez did pretty good. It was crazy when he shook the crap out of Cortez and shit. Cortez did
Yeah,
not.
yeah. I was like,
Bro, he
man,
shook
like,
the fuck. He shook his body hard as fuck. I was like, God damn, Cortez didn't do shit.
well, I mean, what's he gonna do? Isn't I
Yeah,
mean,
straight up. Yeah.
yeah. That plus it's like in Canada, bro. Like I don't know. Like I went to that venue and like fools were talking shit, and I'm like, if y'all are around these fucking like rascals and fucking like all these gang members and shit where I'm from, like y'all wouldn't fucking touch me. Like that's what I was thinking. I'm like, yeah, no, I mean, and dude, I don't talk gang shit, but like I grew up in it, so like I just think it's kind of like I mean I grew up around it, you know what I mean? So I'm just kind of like you could do this shit now, sure, but like back at home you wouldn't do shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it doesn't bother me. Like I'm just like, man, like but what I will say is like in the Bay, like I would never allow anyone to disrespect my opponents. Like if I saw them, like I'm like, nah, and even they came out, Kruger came out with and like I kicked it with him. Like he fucking smoked me in that battle. Like I wasn't even, I wasn't really like writing for him like that, and he wanted my throat, and he went in. But I mean, I'm not like, oh, bitter about it for fit. Like I was like, no, you
Yeah.
got me, bro. Like, and then we went to kick it. You know what I mean?
A lot of
I
people
don't know.
don't
Maybe
get. A lot of people don't get that. Like y'all are like wordsmiths. Yeah, like it's a battle rap is a sport, and sometimes people will see battle rappers going crazy at each other, and then these people trip out when y'all are shaking hands and drinking a beer together afterwards. You know what I mean?
a lot of the drama in battle rap is fake too. Like I don't
Oh
think a
yeah.
lot of it's real, bro. Like because
Oh yeah.
you could like look at me and Tantrum, bro. We don't hate each other. That shit was like all theater. Like
Yeah.
he drove me to the airport after all that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he's like we're friends. You know what I mean? Like it's. I mean, a lot of the shit I said to him was true. Like I was like, but at
It
the
was a
same time,
it
like
was a personal battle. It was crazy.
I mean, I'm the one that caused the drama though. Like I'm not mad at
Yeah.
him. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Like he put up with a lot of shit for me. So, but anyway, yeah. So I know we kind of bounced around, but
Yeah, a little bit. And so let's talk about your battle with unorthodox phrases, man. It's one of your best battles, like to me, bro. It's one of my favorites. It's like got so much replay value. It's fucking incredible. But why was it so much tension? Why did y'all hate Florida so much? What was
no,
it?
man, that's another thing that wasn't. I mean, like I don't hate Florida. I was just trying to
Yeah,
like it's like this, bro. Like if you look at boxers, right? Like what's a good example of like Muhammad Ali and whoever, like George Foreman or whatever, like they were talking shit. It was like Muhammad Ali would talk a
yeah,
lot of
yeah.
shit, right?
To sell the
But I
fight.
mean, yeah, but it's also like it's in you though because you're like you want to beat this person so bad and you want to like and there's so much going into it and like there's a big crowd and you know like especially me in unorthodox phrases. I remember at that event it was FLO was on the mic in the background announcing the battle. So he was like, "This person's on deck," or he said, "The Saurus versus Dumbfounded on deck." Then we got Unorthodox Phrases versus Illusion Z. Then we got Disaster versus Immaculate. So I was in between those two.
Mm.
So he announced that, and then as like when Thesaurus and what's it called? Are you not you're gonna play this?
In a second. Go ahead.
All right, yeah, but when sorry man, Dumbfounded and Thesaurus battled, right? Thesaurus said this line. I think it was like a Good Morning Vietnam line, right? Do you remember that?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, he said that line,
Classic.
and like you could literally feel the room like shake, like because of
Right.
the. I mean, maybe that's what I remember, but like it was such a loud reaction that like it was just like ooh, like you feel the sound like hit the back of the wall. It
Wow.
was crazy, bro. And then like that got us amped up, right? And then I'm pacing the back because when I would prepare for battles, I'd always be like that weirdo walking around the venue, just like going over my verses, right?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and like I crossed paths with unorthodox phrases, and man, I was like, yeah, and he was just giving me attitude too, and I was just like, man, like, you know what I mean? Like if he touches me, I'm gonna swing on him. Like I was like, I don't give a fuck, and
See,
I'm
that's
older
what.
now and I'm more mature, but at the
Yeah.
time I was like, man, like I just had this attitude where I'm like, I'll fucking fuck him up if he touches me, you know?
That's
And
dope.
like,
That's dope to
yeah,
know, like to hear, like how it built up, like how, like that you were feeding off the crowd, you were feeding off the energy of the battle. You know, you were pacing back and forth, and then he had a bad attitude, and that led up to this, and that's why you got a crazy reaction. Check it out, guys, real quick.
Hey, you mind if I steal your song? I'm gonna do some theatrics for you. Hold on.
so long ago. Oh my god.
Who art thy opponent in my eyes?
Hold on, real quick. It's kind of buffered.
Oh, was that awkwards in the background? I didn't remember that.
Yeah, man, he was hyping you up so much.
Shut the fuck up! Listen. With flesh as dark as the night sky, yet he acts like a white guy. Who stood before thou mirror in silver pants to perform a thriller dance. Fucking net nerd, he acts so white in public that every time he drops the N-word, heads turn.
I miss the fucking man. That's what I miss about these old time, the grind time era battles, bro. Like it was like the rounds were shorter, so it just had way more substance in these
Look at my
battles. You know
face,
what I
dude.
mean?
Look at my face.
Such a fucking classic moment right there, bro. What was going through your mind right after that round, bro? Because that round was iconic, man. It was fucking people loved it. What was going through your mind after that round?
I mean, I went to the back of the venue and like everyone was like, that. I kind of stole it. I don't want to say this because like I'm pretty humble, bro. Like I don't really talk about this, but I stole the show that night. Like I was really that dude. Like everyone was like, "What the fuck?" Like we didn't even know you could do that. You know what I
Really?
mean? Well, yeah, because as soon as like I remember being in the back and like everyone that walked up was just trying to talk to me and be like, "That was the craziest." Like Locksmith told me that he was like, "That was the best shit I've ever seen."
Locks,
Like one of the
locksmith?
well, well,
Wow.
Locksmith said that's one of the best like rounds I've seen. Some like he was giving me a lot of props, bro, and like when he said that, I was just kind of like, man, like thank you. You know what I mean? Like, cause I remember watching Locksmith on like MTV and like, you know,
Mm,
you're like I was this young kid, just like man, like, like what if one day I could do something like this? You know what I mean? And
mm,
you know, we have those
mm.
thoughts like where you just like you idolize these people, and like Locksmith is a legend. Like I grew up idolizing Locksmith, so for him to say that to me, bro, I was like, man, fuck, like what my haters say don't even matter anymore, man. Like fuck them, you know.
Yeah.
I was like, if he like, you know, cause whatever. I'm just like he, you know, and other people too, man. It was a good night. So
And what do you think about the fall of grind time, bro? Like, how did you feel about all that, man? When it just fell apart, man.
well, I don't know what happened. I mean, I just kind of like showed up and did the battles, but I mean, I remember like that happening, and then the West was kind of like it was weird for a while, and I remember thinking like, okay, I'll do because I had moved to Vegas, right?
Hmm.
So I was like, hey, why don't I? You know, they reached out to me and was like, would you ever do a battle for us? And I was like, yeah, you know, like, if you give me an opponent that you know, and I kind of knew I picked this guy named Genie because he was like, you know, a really big dude, and I was like, a lot of the people here were
Oh,
kind of like,
you're talking about A Hat
yeah.
when you're on A
So
Hat.
and like OD, the guy who runs AHA was a
Yeah.
like a really cool dude. So I was like, yeah, I'll do one for them. I'll see where it goes. You know what I mean? And like, little did I know that when I went to these events, they were really into. They knew who I was. Like everybody in the venue knew who I was.
Yeah.
So I was like, this is crazy. You know what I mean? And like, it kind of got to my head at the first event because I'm like, how the fuck do you all know who I am? You know what I mean? Like I didn't know I was that big. But I walk in there and they're like bro, I walked into that event and they all turned their heads and looked at me. And I was like, what the fuck, dude? Like, you know,
Yeah.
so I was like already like in this like, damn, I gotta they're expecting shit from me. Like I gotta really kill this battle. I can't be that dude that like everyone knows and I fuck up, you know?
Yeah. 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 See,
So
that's
like
crazy.
so I went up.
Go ahead. Go
Yeah.
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No. But I knew the reason I did all those like fat jokes against him was because like I think they needed to see that. Like I felt like this specific venue had never seen that. So that's why I didn't try to do like a more serious, you know what I mean? I was like, because a lot of
Mm,
the rappers there were like kind of like influenced by the URL and all that, and I was like,
mm,
I'm gonna try to bring some comedy just for this battle, and you know, people liked it. It was cool, and you know, I wanted to see if they could laugh, and they did, and then after that, I did the Paul Rich Tantrum ones, because King of the Dot reached out, so that's what happened after Grind Time, man. Like I think I did the MOB event, and then after that, I was like, I'm just gonna do these, and I didn't plan to quit, but after the Tantrum one, bro, I was kind of like, where do I go from here? So I took a break, and then I don't know. I did like an album or whatever, and like you know, people didn't. Some people fucked with it, but I don't know. It wasn't really, you know what I mean? Like I really wanted to kill it, and it just didn't like come through all the way I wanted it to. So yeah, then I wrote a cappella stuff, and now I have the book. So we'll see where it goes.
damn, man. But do you think battle rap is in the future? Do you ever come back to it?
I don't know, man. It'd have to really make sense, but I don't think so. I just don't really see. I don't really see it fitting what I'm doing right now. I think the stuff I did with Random makes more sense, and I think it's more like me.
Mm,
But
mm.
I don't want to disappoint anyone. But I'm not saying never, but it would have to be like I can't really see myself doing something I haven't already done in battle rap, and I would just be trying to repeat it.
Gotcha, man.
So that's all. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. It just have to unless I have some idea where I'm like, this is gonna be the craziest shit ever, but it'd have to top the Tantrum one. So
Yeah, and that's gonna be hard to do.
Yeah. Well, I did top the Tantrum one with my book though. So if I
Oh,
like
okay.
the people, dude, people fucking, I don't know. I don't know a lot of. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I don't know a lot of people who can write what I just did. I don't think so. It's hard. Like
Bro,
this shit is like my.
well, when
Yeah.
I get my book in, I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna review it for you, bro, on my YouTube channel for sure.
Well, I appreciate that, man. But yeah, you're gonna. I think you'll appreciate it.
Fuck yeah, bro. I
Yeah.
love if people don't know, you go to my YouTube, I break down bars. That's what I do. I listen to the lyrics and I break them down to the best of my ability. And I'll do that with your book, man. Maybe not the whole entire book, but a good gist of it.
Well, it's like 74 pages, so of like straight
Oh, okay.
fire.
Damn, bro. That is fucking
Yeah.
insane, bro. Hey, so you've been sober for 11 years, bro, right? 11 years today? I mean, not today,
Yeah,
but this year.
I'll have 12 on April 11th.
Wow, bro. How
Yeah.
and how do you feel today? You feel good?
I mean, it's just different, bro. I mean, it's not the same lifestyle, you know what I mean? So, I think that also changed where like how my pen moved too cuz I think the experiences I had and all that, like it's just different, you know what I mean? So, uh I don't know. I think my writing is a lot better than it used to be.
Mm.
Maybe
What's
my
the
delivery is not because I'm not practicing my delivery. Like I'm not out there like I'm not ciphering with people. I'm not like I feel like in Vegas I'm kind of isolated like what I miss about the Bay when I came up was me and Tantrum used to cipher like all the time, bro. Like we would go to parties and just like be the entertainment of the party, you know what I mean?
mm.
Like and I'm saying not me at first cuz Tantrum was so crazy. Like Tantrum is one of the best rappers, technical freestyle rappers or whatever I've ever heard in my life. Like this fool would go to parties and just like everyone would be amazed, you know, and it's and this but this was also before like battle rap was written and on YouTube and stuff. So like when he was coming with like these crazy, you know, cipher whatever, like what he would do in the cipher and he was flipping stuff and he was freestyling really well, like not a lot of people could do that back then. The Saurus could, but I don't think anyone besides the Saurus could really like get him with that like razor sharp like that fucking sharp style of like, you know, cut you down in a cipher type thing.
Do
The
you still
Saurus
talk
was the best.
do you still talk to Tantrum?
Yeah, I talked to him last night.
Is he still making music? I haven't even checked up on him.
I think he's just kind of like living life, man. Like he's just got it on the back burner, but I'm pretty sure he'll come back. Like I kind of want to do something with him different, like with what I'm doing. So I'm pretty sure we'll end up
Oh
linking up. He's
man.
just not in that spot space right now. Like, but we had a good conversation about the book and like promotion and stuff, and he said he was just basically saying, you know, like selling it's not that easy. Like a lot of people wouldn't do it. So for you to sell a few hundred units is not bad right now.
Yeah, exactly, man. It's crazy, bro. For real.
Yeah.
What advice could you give to somebody who wants to get sober?
I don't. I mean, I think it's just take it a minute at a time, day at a time. You know, just take it slowly. And I mean, obviously, I went to get help, so you know, like AA's out there and all that. And like, I would just say go do a program and do it to the best of your ability, because I didn't do it by myself. You know what I mean?
You had a support team.
Yeah. I mean, it's the yeah. But I mean, you know, whatever's out there is out there. Like, what it'll work for certain people, but you know, for me, I had to work a program. You know what I mean? And like, uh, take it seriously. You know what I mean? And I still do. You know what I mean?
It's crazy, man. You had your first blackout in 10th grade, man.
Yeah. Why did I tell you that?
You didn't tell me that. I learned it. You said it.
Man, really?
Well, I think you said it in an interview or something.
Oh yeah. It was like during Christmas time, and I think yeah, and I quit in high school for like a year or two, but yeah, just my drinking is too crazy, bro. Like you know, it's a different lifestyle. Like back then, it was just I kind of lived to do that. Like I don't think people realize this, but like my drinking was ahead of like anything in battle rap. Like my goal in life was to drink like figure out how to drink without going crazy and just enjoy it. That was like my goal, you know, and like it just didn't work out for me. I just in this body with this head, man, I just can't drink. So you know, it's just different. You know what I mean? And it's
How
kind of nice because now I can like focus on things and be a little more. Uh,
productive?
yeah. Like I'm not drunk every day, so I can like do more. You know?
Hey, do you think the Saurus is slept on these days, man? Does he get the respect and credit that he deserves?
Of course not, man. He's not. I mean, but I mean, he's also like where he came from. Like I think he like when he came out, bro, back in the day. I remember meeting him in 2005 at this. It was a battle in Santa Cruz, California, in this little like pool hall or something. I think it was a pool hall, and like they cleared out like the stage. I remember going up there, and I met my friend Artie there. He was from Guam, and you don't know who Artie is, but he was like a real good freestyle rapper, man. Like he just never really wanted to like get into the scene, but if he had, he would have been a fucking problem because there were plenty ciphers where this fool would shut me and Tantrum down, and I'd be like, "Damn, bro, like you're going crazy," you know. But he's the one who taught me about the Saurus, and he's like, the Saurus is on his way, and he was at this event called Scribble Jam, and he lost to this guy from Australia named Justice, and I was like, oh, okay, you know, and thank God I didn't have to go against the Saurus that night, like, because that fool was fucking, dude. When I saw the Saurus on stage, I was like, this is some other shit. Like, this is like the craziest shit I've ever seen in my life. Like, I've never seen anyone rap like this. Like, and I knew I was like, this guy's gonna be famous one day. You know what I mean? And
I always thought he should be like where Lux and Mook is at, bro. That's what the Source should be at. He should be mentioned with those guys. You know what I mean?
yeah, but it's. I think the problem is that it became all about writtens, and like so he can't really flex his freestyle ability like as much because when it was a freestyle format, he's the best.
Mm-hmm.
Like no one can really match that. Like I mean, you had like No Can Do, right? Like No Can Do is one of the best freestylers on the planet, right?
Yeah.
But their styles are very different. Like the Saurus was very like I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. Um, when he hit you like fucking hard, bro. Like he like I don't know how to explain it. He would just like the Justice versus the Saurus battle is one of the best freestyle battles to me because um, I mean he would end around and like the whole crowd would go so crazy that like Justice couldn't start his verse. Like he had to wait. You know what I mean? Like I'm a fan of that shit. I'm a fan of like when people are going crazy like that,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
and I just don't see that
Especially
anymore
with,
because I
especially with freestyles, dude. It's fucking insane, dude.
well, I
Moving
mean, I knew
forward.
he had to have come with some pre-med
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah,
but I mean,
yeah, some, but yeah, but he always do. He always had the rebuttals and freestyles between. You know what I mean?
he's an expert at freestyling. Like I would always see it was funny, man. He probably wouldn't want me to say this, but at all the Battle of the Bay event after parties and like I would see like Tantrum try to go up against the Saurus, and the Saurus would always fucking clown. Like Tantrum is one of the best, bro, but the
Yeah.
Saurus is just so crazy, bro. Like his flipping game is just, like I don't know how he thinks about it. So I think that's the problem is because it became a written era completely. Like his freestyling, he couldn't. It wasn't the same. You know what I mean? Like everything he
Yeah.
did had to be written, and then like after a while, it just kind of like he was still great, but it wasn't like he was the very best. Like
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? Like just
Well,
like the sword.
it became a popularity contest. Is really what happened because
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
because the story still has the written. He still has the multis mixed in with dope ass punchlines and bars. You know, Thesaurus does that. He can do it all. He can write his ass all fucking day. Like what happened became a popularity contest, and it's crazy because Mook and Lux didn't put half the work in that Thesaurus did. That's what trips me the fuck out. Like fucking, he has fucking way more battles than them, bro. His freestyle, he won freestyle fucking tournaments, bro. Beat people from across the fucking world twice. You know what I mean? And then
It's a
plus
bunch of
he has
bullshit, man.
all these
Honestly.
written battles, bro. The amount of work
Yeah,
he's put in
because
is
he's
like a
like
goddamn god for battle rap.
already told me he's like what really separates the Saurus is he's like this Greek dude and he has like kind of like a punk rock voice, you know? Like he's very very original. Like and he doesn't act like something he's not. He's very like himself, you know, and like I think people either like that or they kind of like don't like it, but I mean, I love it. I think that will influence everybody. I don't care what anybody says.
Most
Like
definitely.
people like hip hop is one of the worst fucking genres at like respecting its you know, the uh, what is it? Originators or like, what's the fucking word I'm saying? It's bad at paying homage.
Mm.
Like, think about it. Like, hip hop is not like the best at or battle rap too. They just act like fools don't exist anymore. It's weird. You know what I mean? It's all about the next new dude. But I'm saying like, if
Yeah,
it hadn't
man.
been for Thesaurus,
People
like I would have. rap the way I did, I wouldn't, dude. If honestly, if it weren't for Thesaurus, I wouldn't write the way I do.
And that brings me to my next question. How do you write the shit that you fucking write, bro? How do you do that third round against Tantrum? Like, what do you do to get your mind to work like that, bro?
I don't remember writing that verse because it was so long ago, but I remember thinking like, man, this sounds really crazy, but I was like meditating and shit. Like because like I was really trying to meditate and just like chill and like I was like in this weird zone where I'm like, the words, it sounds weird, like I'm a hippie and shit, but like I was like the right words will come to me when I want them to, and it's almost like if I felt a word or I saw a word, I was like, I'm gonna use, like if it made me feel a certain way, I would use it. And for some reason, I remember after rehab, I was standing on a beach doing that. Like I was looking, because my rehab that I went to in Santa Cruz was by a beach, and we used to always go to the beach. So I remember being on a beach thinking about like, man, am I gonna live like past 30? Am I gonna like make it? Like I was thinking shit like that. So I remember I'm like, I'm gonna put this in the verse, and then it just happened to be that I could tie that in with the whole tantrum thing. You know, I don't know, man. I'd have to go revisit the verse. I don't remember it too well, but uh, I'm kind of proud of it. I think, and I think it was a good start for where my style would go now.
Yeah, most
But
definitely.
I mean, props to the older me for that, but I mean, a younger me for that. But like, this book is fucking blowing that out of the water, dude. Like the shit I write now, I'm like, dude, if someone else can write a book like this, like, I don't know, I'll just retire, bro. I don't think they can.
Can you get? I mean, we're going on about an hour now, so it's almost time for the conclusion of this interview. But can you read us a little page or something?
Yeah, I got one called Parasite, and it goes, all right, it goes, the TV's playing that scene in Scarface where Tony hollers at Elvira. I'm staring down the monster in the mirror, thinking of how I'd rather leave than watch you rot away, but how the drugs you feed to me convince me why I ought to stay. I see us in that iron jungle where the zombies play on orange ale, blue moon, red stripe benders for it all in gray. I see us lost around the high roller, walking around the aria with villains out of melodramas, monsters out of Narnia, seizuring in crystal alleyway under a red moon, our veins popping, mumbling quotes from Train Spotting. I see us living off Coronas and Alaskan thunderfuck before that China rush hit us like a dragon uppercut, dressed like money. I pick your brain apart like cotton candy. You're saying we're going to see the world over shots of brandy. How we're going to walk the Andes, how you never saw Miami. Toss your panties in my face, ride me slow and call me daddy in a Vidara suite. Shoot back the shotgun shack. I pull the needle at your arm. Tarantulas come crawling back. Untie the tourniquet from my ice queen with the bandaged face. Let the hair on work its magic, lie back and travel space. That's just a little taste, bro. You know what I'm saying?
My fucking brain is overheating, bro. God damn, that is way too much to process right now.
That's just one.
Jesus
That's like just
Christ.
one, bro. Like just wait till you read the rest of this shit. I'm not. Look, man. Like I'm not even like. I wasn't even happy about the tantrum battle, but this shit right here, dude. Like right here. This is like Illusion Z. Like this is what I wanted Illusion Z to be. But I needed sobriety. I needed like time to actually like. You know what I mean? But you're the dude, bro. You're the first person to actually hear me spit a verse off my book. So
What the fuck? That's fucking epic, bro. That is
yeah.
fucking epic.
Hey, and I'm saying it.
Bro.
Yo, I'm saying it on camera. I'm saying it on camera right now, right? So if I say it to some other motherfucker, I'm lying, right?
Hell
So
yeah.
so you got recorded. You got it recorded right now that you're the first person who's heard some shit off my, and you are.
Bro,
So
see, ladies and gentlemen, that's what Smokes World does. I get the exclusives a lot of times, and I think all. And I got another exclusive from Illusion Z, guys. This fucking interview is like, if you guys knew, I mean, you guys do know, the people who do know me around my area, how I'm a battle rap fan. I'm a big battle rap fan. I love battle rap with all my freaking heart. So to have Illusion Z on my fucking show, it's fucking crazy. It's fucking bananas, man. It's just like, I can't believe it, man. I'm gonna get to editing this whole tonight. I'm gonna release that bitch in a couple motherfucking days, man. Illusion Z,
man,
is there anything else you gotta say?
yeah, like if you want to be, if you ever thought I was whack and like, oh, Illusion Z is this, go buy my book and fucking, I will prove you wrong.
Where can they buy? On this, okay. If you want to know where to buy the book at, I'm gonna put the link in the description. But go
I'm gonna
ahead.
tell you too. I'm gonna tell them too. Okay, so it's
Yeah, tell
called
them too.
Machetes
Yeah.
for Cupid. It's called Machetes for Cupid, right? Machetes for Cupid. and you could just look it up on Etsy. Because I put it on Etsy because like I was gonna make my own website, but then like a homeboy of mine was like, if you do it on Etsy, people will trust it more because it's more secure. And I've been slinging this to like, old ladies at the cafe, that kind of shit. So like, I can't just be like, go to illusionz.com and buy my shit. They're not gonna do that. So
Yeah.
I put it on a website where any old lady who doesn't know who I am could just like go buy it and be like, damn, this guy's crazy, but he can write. You know what I mean? Tell me you don't like that Parasite verse, bro.
This is fucking amazing, bro. It's
I'm
fucking amazing.
telling you, like I'm telling you, like you guys, like man, okay. And I fuck with you, man. Thank you for having me, man. Because like I really needed to like this is like amping me up right now. Like I'm ready to like go hit the
Bro.
streets and go like perform it. You know what I mean?
Bro, people are gonna fuck like in my area. People are gonna fuck with this heavily, bro. What you just spit, they're gonna fucking hear that and they're gonna go buy. I guarantee you, I guess 20 or 30 people are gonna buy your shit from my show. I promise you, bro. It's gonna be crazy as fuck.
Yo, and here's the thing though, is like also if I'm just gonna say this, like the way I structure this as stories, I really think a lot of rappers need to read it and try to do it too because it'll separate you from these other rappers that just do lines. Like I really think the future of acapella rap is like storytelling and
Oh my
like I really think like this is okay, but no one believes me right now, right? But I feel like what could happen, and maybe it won't happen. I'm saying maybe battle rap will stay the way it is, but I'm saying at least an other subgenre of acapella rap where we do the wordplay, the like everything that you love about battle rap, but in a story like that. And the reason I know it works is because my third verse against Tantrum was cool, but I think shit like that was even better. I think so.
Mm. Oh yeah, definitely, bro.
But
That
but but I mean, there's also the element of like I'm competing against this dude, and there's like an energy in the room, and like I don't have that. So for me to like top it is like I don't know what else to do except to make the lyricism as crazy as possible. You know what I mean?
that is crazy, bro. Like that, like this type of shit is probably the future. You know what I mean? Like as battle rap gets more, or hopefully it does get more sophisticated. Sometimes I kind of doubt that I think it's getting. I think battle rap getting saturated and it's become a
Yeah.
popularity contest. But there's still that core fan base that still wanted to go far, and there's still real lyricists out here and people who want to hear real crazy shit like that. You know what I mean? Like this is the type of shit that fucking professors in fucking colleges are gonna be showing their students. You know what I
Well,
mean?
I mean, I gotta get it out there, bro. Like, I can't, like, and here's the thing, bro. Like, I spent a lot of time being like, like booked for events and like I'm a part of the show. I'm a part of it. Like, if you think about it, I wasn't the standout. Like, I'm a part of a roster. It's like a sports team, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're gonna have, it wasn't the Illusion Z show. It was grind time. You know what I mean? It was like, we have all these people and we're just gonna have them battle. But in that time, I think that was really good because I don't know, man. Like you got like Battle of the Bay 5. You remember that event?
Yes, sir. Of course.
What I love about Battle of the Bay 5, bro, is it was before all that bullshit you were talking about where like, oh, like the Saurus is this and that. Like you got to see, bro, they had the Saurus versus Ilmac. They had like, I don't know, Fresco and Kid Twist. Like you had some random ass battles like that were like really good. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I don't know how to top that. I mean, but I don't know, bro. Like I just feel like that. Like what I just spit for you is like where I'm going with it.
Man, as long as you're losing Z, as long as you're rapping, people like me are gonna be happy as shit. As long
All
as
right,
you're
man.
rapping, whatever form it is, bro, your true fans are gonna just want you to rap. We just want you to rap. That's all. You know what I mean? So this is a
Yeah,
good way. This is a good way for you to keep your lyricism alive, man. Or true spitters like you live on forever, no matter what, bro. For real.
man. Thank you, man. That means a lot, bro.
No, for
And it's
sure,
and
man.
it's and I want to say this too. Like I deal with a lot of haters, or I have, but like when people like you say shit like that, bro, like it makes it worth it. Like you're like it makes it like it doesn't matter because like no matter what you do, you're gonna have haters. You know what I mean?
Oh, no matter what, bro. Like, yeah,
Like
of
you're
course.
gonna have haters.
Yeah, and like my movement, my show, like it's a very positive thing. Like I put on rappers, I have very great discussion, positive discussions, positive as fuck. and still get the hate. No matter what you do, no matter how great you are at something, no matter no matter what, you're gonna have haters no matter what. But what you do is that you ignore those motherfuckers, you ignore the haters, concentrate on the positivity, concentrate on the people who do support you, and feed off of them. Don't feed off the motherfuckers who are gonna hate. You know what I mean?
I mean, and I've been hated on by some people that are big in the scene. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like I won't name names, but maybe I will name names one day. But right now, like, it doesn't matter, bro, because
Doesn't
they
matter.
don't know where I'm at right now. Like, like anyone could pull up you could pull up an old battle I did and like point out the bad shit I did, but like you don't know what I was going through back then. Like you don't know how my life was. Like that's why I don't like to judge people too much, bro. Because like I don't really know shit. Like you don't really know somebody unless you can actually like I don't know how to explain it, man. Like if anyone's walked in my shoes for 11 years, you know what I mean. You know what I mean? Like you can't
Yeah,
you'd
yeah,
respect
yeah.
me. You know what I mean?
That's why you shouldn't pay attention to the haters because they don't know you, bro. They're only hating to either get attention or just because they're fucking hating motherfuckers and that's what they do and shit. That's why people shouldn't pay attention to them because they don't matter. They don't know you. They don't know what's going on in your fucking daily life. And they don't know what you know, at the end of the day, they don't know what you've been through. And they if they're gonna hate and they don't want to listen to them, fuck them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I mean, but it's with everyone, bro. Who are the most hated rappers on the planet, bro? Think about it. Eminem, Nas, and Jay Z are like the most hated motherfuckers, bro.
Yeah, and they're the greatest.
Oh, like Nas, oh, his beats suck. I'm like, you guys are judging one of the
Oh
best
my!
writers on the. Hold on, wait, let me say this.
I
You
hate
guys are
when they
judging.
say that,
No,
bro.
no, no. But I want to say this. You're judging one of the best writers on the planet by his beat picking. The fuck out of here, man. Like, I'm like, you guys are so disrespectful. Like, I'm like,
For real, bro. I
I
hate.
don't know, man. Like,
I have a show before that I did, and I was like just talking so much shit to people who are calling out Nas beats. Like, are you fucking serious, bro? All the fucking work, like he can rap his fucking ass off. You know what I mean? Rap around you and shit. Like it's crazy, man. Like people just
yeah,
love to hate.
man.
People love to hate, but I don't like to give them any attention. Fuck all them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Illusion Z, man, keep on doing your thing, man. Keep on doing this. Please push that book, guys. Go check out his book, man. One more time, it's called Machetes for Cupid, man. Right there, boom. It's on Etsy.com. Go to Etsy.com and type in Machetes for Cupid and type in his name if it doesn't pop up, Illusion Z or whatever. I'm gonna put the link right here in the description, okay, guys. So go check out his book, man, and if you haven't checked out his battles, man, go check out his battles, man. He's a crazy lyricist. He's dope as fuck. He's a good guy, man. He's a good guy to talk to.
You're a
Illusion
good
Z,
guy, bro.
hey, thank you so much for doing this for me, man. Like for real, though. I'm taking my show like before I've only interviewed just rappers who make music and stuff, right? But now I'm starting to interview battle rappers. So you're my first battle. I mean, I've had one battle rapper, but he was local. So you're my first battle rapper in the world that I've interviewed on my show.
Yo, we'll holler at Tantrum too. You should get Tantrum on here.
Bro, that'd be fucking amazing, bro.
Yeah, yeah. Let me holler at him for you.
Please holla at him, man. I've just I just fucking went down the rabbit hole again, man. I've been watching all your battles, and I ran into tantrums in yours, and I've been watching tantrums too. You know what I mean? So I'm going back down fucking memory lane with all these battles and shit when I was watching about 7-8 years ago. You know?
Yo, do you know who Subverse is?
Subverse, damn, I can't say I do.
Yeah, he's like he would be good to interview because he was like he used to battle Tantrum all the time at Tourette's. But if you don't know him, I mean,
God damn,
but that fool's
I felt like I
yeah, he
should
was a
know.
crazy freestyler back in the day.
Yeah, fuck yeah, bro. So, Illusion Z, thank you so much, man. This has been a beautiful conversation, man. I appreciate you for coming on my platform and chilling with your boy Smokes, man. Thank you so much.
All right, man. Much love, man. Stay up.
Yes. Hey, guys, real quick, guys. If y'all want a part 2, I'm gonna bug him again for a part 2. If y'all want a part 2, if y'all want a part 2, y'all let me know in the comment section. If I get 50 comments, y'all want a part 2, I'm gonna make it happen. Hopefully, he'll do it.
Let's go. I'm with it, man.
Cool, man. Good deal, man. Thank you, Illusion Z, man. Have a good night, my friend.
All right, you too, man.
Yes, sir.